This is the first recording of my learner who is in grade 6.
The Educate Man and the Peasant from Stories to Get by G.D. Morris. Once upon a time, there was a young man who had just finished university. He was fond of his knowledge and smart, and so decided to leave the big city and make his way teaching. Peasants and the countryside. He was met with difficulties. He found that people didn't take to kindly to being more stupid than he. For he was 22 and most of the people that he met were much older. If he was to teach them, he would have proved that he was smarter. Feeling confident of his powers, he made a wager with a peasant. If the peasant could answer the educate man question, then the peasant would have to hand over 3 lei. The educate man chuckled to himself, "This is going to be easy money." The entire village gathered to witness the quiz. The educate man asked the first question, "What is the capital of England?" The peasant answered, "I don't know. I will give you 3 lei. London." The people sped, they were impressed. The educate man pocketed the money and asked a second question. "What moves very fast but doesn't look like it is moving at all?" The peasant answered, "I don't know. I will give you 3 lei. The earth." The educate man pocketed the money and asked a third question. "What goes up in the day and down at night?" The peasant answered, "I don't know. I will give you 3 lei. The educate man had taken from the peasant a total of 9 lei. Now the peasant was poor and his wife started to cry. However, at his turn, the peasant also wished to ask the educate man a question, but if he could not answer it, he would have to hand over 1,000 lei to the peasant. The educate man quickly agreed and thought to himself, "This is really a fool. What goes in the morning with 2 legs, at noon with 4 legs, and in the evening with 6 legs?" There was a long silence, and everyone was staring at the educate man. He searched his brain for a long time, but no avail. He did not know the answer and had a choice but to hand over 5,000 lei, which was everything he had afterwards. The educate man was curious and so asked, "So, what goes in the morning with 2 legs? At noon with 4 and in the evening with 6. The peasant answered, I don't know. I will give you 3 lie. The educated man and the peasant.
The learner omitted the t sound in the word educated and pronounces as educate and mispronounced the word peasant to pheasant.
From Stories to Get by G.D. Morris. Once upon a time, there was a young man from
The learner omitted the word Bucharest.
who had just finished university.
The learner mispronounced the word finish to finish.
He was found
The learner mispronounced the word proud to pond.
knowledge and smart.
The learner omitted the s sound in the word smarts.
And so decided
The learner omitted the t sound in the word decided.
to leave the big city and make his way.
The learner successfully corrected herself. At first, she pronounced we in way and successfully pronounced it as way.
Teaching. Peasants.
For the second time, the learner mispronounced the word peasants to pheasants.
And
The learner substituted the word in to end.
the countryside.
The learner omitted the word immediately.
He was met with
The learner mispronounced the word met to meet.
difficulties. He found that people didn't
The learner mispronounced the word didn't to didn't.
take to. Kindly to being.
The learner mispronounced the words kindly and being to kindly and being.
Consi.
The learner omitted the syllable third in considered and just read it as consi.
More stupid than he.
The learner mispronounced stupid to stupid.
For he was 22 and most of the people
The learner mispronounced people to people.
that he met were much older. If he was to teach them, he would have proved
She mispronounced the word prove to prob.
that he was smarter. Feeling confident of his powers, he made a wager.
The learner pronounced we first in wager and unsuccessfully corrected herself in pronouncing the word wager. She pronounced wager to wager.
With a reason.
For the third time, she mispronounced peasant to pheasant.
If the peasant
Again, she pronounced peasant to pheasant.
could answer,
The learner mispronounced couldn't into could, and the learner mispronounced answer to answered, adding d.
the educated man
The learner once again omitted the d in educated and s in mans.
questioned then the peasant
She mispronounced peasant to pheasant.
would have to hand over 3 lay.
The learner repeated the le in lay and successfully pronounced the word lay.
The educated man
She once again omitted the in educated.
checklist.
The learner mispronounced chocolate to chocolate.
To himself, this is going to be easy money. The entire village gathered to witness the quiz. The educated
Again omitted the in educated.
man asked the first question. What is the capital of England? The peasant answered.
The learner mispronounced peasant to pheasant and answered to answered.
I don't know. I will give you 3 lie.
The learner mispronounced lay to lie.
London. The people spelled.
The learner mispronounced people to feeful and omitted the ga in gasp and just pronounced ped.
They were impressed.
The learner mispronounced impressed and pronounced it as impress.
The educated man
The learner once again pronounced it as educate instead of educated.
pocketed the money and asked a second question.
The learner mispronounced pocketed to pocket.
What moves very fast but doesn't look like it is moving at all? The peasant answered.
Once again, the student mispronounced peasant to pheasants and mispronounced answered to answer, omitting the D sound.
I don't know. I will give you 3 lie.
The student pronounced lie instead of lay.
The earth. The educated.
Again, the T sound in educated was omitted.
Man pocketed the money and
The learner once again mispronounced pocketed as pocket.
asked a third question. What goes up in the day?
The learner mispronounced goes up as goes up.
And down at night? The peasant answered. I don't know. I will give you 3 lie.
The student mispronounced lay to lie.
The educated man
Again, the students pronounce educate instead of educated.
had taken from the peasant a total of 9 lie.
Again, the student mispronounced lay to lie.
The peasant was 4 and his wife started to cry. However,
The learner omitted the in however and just pronounced however.
at his turn, the peasant also wished to ask the educated
Again, the student omitted the D sound in educated.
man a question, but if he could not answer,
The learner mispronounced answer as answer.
it, he would have to hand over 1,000 lie.
The learner once again mispronounced lay as lie.
To the peasant,
The learner mispronounced peasant as pheasant.
the educated man
Again, the D sound in educated was omitted.
quickly agreed
The learner omitted the D in agreed.
and thought to himself, this Sophili,
The learner substituted surely to sovelly.
a fool. What goes in the morning with 2 legs? At noon,
The learner mispronounced noon to none.
with 4 legs, and in the evening with
The learner repeated ib in evening and successfully corrected herself.
6 legs. There was a long silence.
The learner repeated C in silence and successfully corrected herself in second attempt.
And everyone was staring.
The student mispronounced staring to starring.
At the educate man. He searched his brain for a long time but no avail.
The learner omitted to between but and no.
He did not know the answer.
The learner once again mispronounced answer to answer.
And had a choice but to hand over 5,000 lie.
Again, she mispronounced lay to lie.
Which was everything he had afterwards. The educate man.
Again, the learner omitted T sounds in educated.
Was curious.
The learner mispronounced curious as curious.
And so as so. What goes in the morning with 2 legs? At none.
The learner once again mispronounced noon as none.
With 4 and in the evening with 6. The peasant answered.
The learner once again mispronounced peasant to pheasant and answered to answer, omitting the D sound.
Give you 3 lie.
And lastly, the learner once again mispronounced lay as lie.